Hello and welcome to Steve's Media episode number 11. What I have for you is another collection update. Also, I've got a bit of an unboxing which I'll get to first. So let's just get right into it. Starting with the unboxing. This, along with the next two titles I'm going to show, were all pickups from eBay. Had some eBay credit from selling a few old comic books and DVDs that I didn't want. This one just arrived this morning. Something spotted at random. It was going dirt cheap. I think I paid in all around £1.40, so something like that, which is an absolute steal. And that is the Classic Horrors of the Silver Screen Volume 5, which contains 3 films. Creature from the Haunted Sea, which is a Roger Corman film. I have actually already seen this film. I actually streamed it on Kodi through my Amazon Fire Stick not too long ago. Very corny, very cheesy. It's basically about a guy who plans to rip off a Caribbean island and kill the people that help him and blame him on a mythical creature, except the creature is mythical. So that's not what I bought it for. It's these last 2 films here, particularly the second one, the Devil Bat, because it stars one of my favourite horror actors of all time, the great Bela Lugosi. And this last one here, the Vampire Bat, starring Lionel Atwill. These films are only really short. Creature from the Haunted Sea runs just under an hour and 20 minutes. Devil Bat runs for just over an hour and 10. And this last film, The Vampire Bat, is actually only an hour long. So if you happen to find this and you want to marathon all 3 films, it would take you less than 3.5 hours to get through all 3 films, which is not too bad considering most films these days you're looking around the 2.5-3 hour mark on some of them. So yeah, very cheap, instant buy as soon as I spotted it. I'm looking forward to checking all of them out. The next 2 eBay pickups, again I got some cheap deals on this one. This one was just over £1 with free shipping, which is an absolute steal. I'm always on the lookout for these giveaway DVDs, particularly anything horror related. A while back I got Children of the Corn on this type of release. I've also seen a couple of the Hellraiser films on there. I spotted this one. I've been looking to pick this one up for a while. As soon as I seen it, jumped on it, and don't look in the basement. I won't show which newspaper this is giveaway from for personal reasons. It was one of the films that was on the ban list over in this country by the BBFC. It's basically about basically set in a lunatic asylum. Follows a nurse who takes up a job after the doctor that runs the asylum was killed by one of the patients. One by one, a killer starts taking out all the patients, which is the real horror of the film. It looks really good, and the fact that it was one of the video nasties is a big selling point, because I've been wanting to check out some of these films on this list for why they were put on that list. Examples of other films that were on there, the likes of Driller Killer, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, one or two other fantastic horror films that were put on the video nasty list. So looking forward to checking that one out. This one's an absolute classic. It's from one of my favourite horror franchises. Seeing this, I had to pay a little bit more than I would have wanted to pay because of how cheap the starting price was. But I want it. I'm happy with it. The disc is in perfect condition. There's the Region 1 release deluxe edition of Friday the 13th, the final chapter. Friday the 13th, part 4. What was originally, when this was made, this was originally meant to end the Friday the 13th franchise. After 4 films, of course, Jason only appeared in the previous film properly with the iconic mask. And he showed up for the first time in part 2. These deluxe editions are essentially like how stacked Blu-rays are these days. What do we have here? As far as extras go, we have commentary by the director Joe Zito and the screenwriter and editor. Fan commentary by Adam Green and Joe Lynch. Lost Tales from Camp Blood Part 4. Of course, there were other parts to the Lost Tales from Camp Blood documentary. Deleted scenes. Jason's Unlucky Day, 25 years after Friday the 13th, the final chapter. The Lost Ending, Crystal Lake Massacres Revisited Part 1. Jimmy's Dead Dance Moves, and the trailer. So, very stacked disc. And it is for collecting purposes, but I will be rewatching it at some point, which will be no problem, as I do have a Region 3 DVD player. And this and Part 3 are two of my favourite films in the entire Friday the 13th series. So I will be revisiting that at some point. Now on to the next batch of pickups. These are what I bought last Friday. I actually went into my city centre, mostly because to get my haircut, plus I also had to pick up these new glasses. And while I was out and about, I've done some cinema hunting, and the first title I picked up I actually bought in a local charity shop. And charity shops have been brilliant for picking up horror film releases that I haven't been able to get in the wild. I was looking through, and this one caught my eye. It was in some case, so the title wasn't that noticeable in the crowd. I had to look really close up. But as soon as I seen it, seen the artwork on the cover and seen the price, I had to jump on it. That is Massacre at Central High. This, it doesn't say what year it's from, but it looks around 70s, early 80s, something like that. And it's basically a revenge slasher film about a young student whose athletics career is cut short when he's attacked by the bullies in the school, which the bullies like cause damage to his legs, making them semi crippled, and causes a few psychological issues. And he basically goes on revenge, which is the perfect scenario in any slasher film. So I'm looking forward to checking this one out. This was only £1, which is an absolute steal. So yeah, and the next 3 titles I picked up in HMV. First 2, another 2 films for the horror collection, building that one up. I actually was a little bit unsure on when to pick these up at first. I wanted to check a couple more shops before I went back and bought these. But as soon as I seen these on the shelf, I saw what basically it was the casting that sold both films for me. The first one stars another one of my favourite horror actors, the great Boris Karloff, and there's the special edition release of The Ghoul. This is actually out on Blu-ray. I can't track the Blu-ray down for a cheap price, but this was in a, along with the next film I'm going to show, this was a 2 for £10 deal, so essentially £5, which is a good deal. Doesn't have too much in the way of extras, just commentary with Kim Newman, who does a horror column in Empire magazine, and Stephen Jones, and a booklet by Jones himself. It's kind of, if you've ever seen The Mummy, this is like a premise straight out of The Mummy. Basically, an Egyptologist played by Karloff purchases a stone that was stolen from an Egyptian tomb, and he essentially believes that it has the power to appease the gods after he's dead. But what it does, it doesn't he doesn't so much die as he's in a trance, as it were, and becomes almost ghoulish. And he goes on revenge when the stone is actually stolen from his tomb. It was a history-making film for the day. The first British horror film, and the first horror talkie in British film history. According to this blurb on the back, it was thought to have been lost for many years until a subtitle print was found in Prague, and then later they found an uncut British print which has been restored for this DVD. So I pretty much pick up anything with Boris Karloff in. He was a fantastic actor. So definitely looking forward to this one. And the other film I got as part of that deal is another British, is from a British institution of horror, the classic Hammer Studios, and stars two of Hammer's most iconic actors, the late great Peter Cushing and Christopher Lee, and that is The Curse of Frankenstein. I could, if I wanted to, paid a bit more and got the Blu-ray version just on its own, and I'd be happy with it. But because I was tempted by the Ghoul, I went with this one to make up the £10 offer. It's basically Hammer's version of the Frankenstein story, which Karloff, of course, made famous worldwide for his portrayal of the monster in the Universal version, which I absolutely love. So I'm looking forward to seeing Hammer's take on this. It's to this set, it's stacked with extras. There's two versions of the film. The never before released Academy ratio of 1.37 and the alternate 1.66 version, along with a audio commentary by Marcus Hearn and Jonathan Rigby on disc 1. Disc 2 is where it really shines as far as extra goes. There's a couple of new exclusive features just to this set. Frankenstein Reborn, the making of a Hammer classic. A documentary on Peter Cushing called Life with Sir. A bonus feature film called The Four-Sided Triangle. A TV pilot called Tales of Frankenstein. A segment on this film from the World of Hammer TV series. And it also has a booklet. The booklet is actually a PDF, I believe. Doesn't say in this, but it is. If it's like the Hammer Dracula Blu-ray release, then it will be a PDF file. So yeah, Curse of Frankenstein, another classic Hammer film. Definitely looking forward to checking that one out. And the last HMV pickup, bit of a step away from the horror genre, back into a little bit more fun, a little bit more animated form. And this one actually offered a cheaper deal than it should have been, because if you've ever been to a HMV store here in the UK, at the counters they always have displays with a few DVDs or books or CDs that you can get for a cheaper deal when you make a purchase. It's usually DVDs and CDs are around $2.99, or in some cases I've seen full season sets. House of Cards, one of them, they actually offer them for £7.50, which is a good deal if you're a fan of that shop. But looking through, there wasn't too much what they were offering that I was interested in. They had X-Men Days of Future Past, but I can stream that online. I'm in no rush to actually own that film. But I've seen this. I do like, this is another one of the Lego films. I am a big fan of the Lego superhero, the Lego franchise output. The Lego movie was one of my favourite films of a couple of years ago when it came out. The DC DC films have been fantastic. The Star Wars films have been great. This one again this is one of the first Lego DC films that was produced, and that is Lego Batman the movie, DC Superheroes Unite. And what this essentially is the cutscenes from the Lego Batman video game with a few extra newly shot scenes, basically mashed all together to make a film. And this is what spawned off the Lego Justice League films, which are really fun. Need to pick up Attack on the Legion of Doom and Cosmic Clash. Haven't already seen Justice League versus Bizarro League, which was really fun. This one, as far as special features, you get an all new featurette called Building Batman. You get 3 cartoons from the DC Comics vault, which it doesn't say what they are, but I'm assuming with it being Batman, it might be from Batman the Animated Series or Batman Brave and the Bold, or any of the Batman animated series, maybe even Justice League or Superman, with it being the fact that it's essentially the Justice League uniting in this. And a stop motion short with the Lego Batman figures, and the winning short from the Lego DC Universe Superheroes video contest. Also comes with a ultraviolet digital copy. It does say it has to be redeemed by the 7th of October last year, but there have been cases of expired UV copies working, so I may put this up either on Listia or eBay, the digital copy, if anyone would be interested in it. So that's the only non-horror film that I picked up. Excuse me for that. The last 3 films now. I'm already gone over 20 minutes. These 3 I actually picked up a couple of weeks back when I was out doing some hunting again. The first title I picked up is another Edgar Allan Poe novel poem that was turned into a film. I got this in a charity shop. It was only $1.99, something like that. And that is The Mask of the Red Death. This is another Vincent Price film. This will be the 4th Vincent Price film I have in my collection now, after Theatre of Blood, which I showed in my last update, House on Haunted Hill, and the House of Wax. And this one looks really, really good. It's basically Vincent Price plays a prince who causes nothing but death and debauchery in his castle, as he believes he was under the orders of the devil. And then things turn really bad when a mysterious uninvited guest turns up at a party, turning the whole atmosphere into what they call a dance macabre. So really looking forward to this. This was from 1964, So I'm looking forward to just seeing what this is like. And this is actually another Roger Corman film. And anything Roger Corman touched was really cheesy, really fun. So definitely wanted to see this film. The last two titles I'm going to show you were from That's Entertainment's 2 for £5 offer. The first title is the final part of the Reanimator franchise. I actually now have the first and the third. Still need to get Brad. That is Beyond's Reanimator. Once again directed by Brian Usner and starring Jeffrey Combs as the mad scientist Dr. West. Basically, West has been in jail for the past 14 years since the events of Bride of the Animator, and he once he's released, he starts back up on his experiments and it leads to more chaos. Doesn't come with too many special features, just the trailer, making of, and cast and crew interviews. I couldn't really pass this up. The disc is in good condition, so I probably won't be watching this just yet. I still want to get Bride of the Animator before I settle down and rewatch the first Reanimator and watch all three of them back to back. And the last film is one that's been the longest on my wish list. And this is from the late great Wes Craven, and that is Wishmaster. Basically, it's a horror film about a demonic entity called the Djinn, or Dijin, I don't know how you pronounce that, who's broke free by a young heroine called Alexandra, and he wreaks havoc across Los Angeles. It's up to Alexandra to empower the Djinn to save the world, basically. Again, most of these releases don't really come with special features. This one has 2 teasers, TV spots, an audio commentary, cast biographies, and documentary, which I'm assuming is a making of. But again, that and this, just £5 for the two of them, £2.50 each. If you bought either one individually, it was £2, so still getting a cracking deal. And that is it for this update. A little bit quicker on getting a new video out. Unfortunately, the planned extra video that I was going to do showing off my figure collection, actually tried filming that on my iPhone, but due to the fact that it was trying to upload it from my phone onto YouTube on the mobile version, the phone keeps going into screensaver mode, and it was disrupting the upload, so I've had to abandon that. I may come back and redo that another time using a different method, but for now that is on hold. But that is it for this video for now. So if you want to see more content, like, share, subscribe, go watch all my other videos. I've been Steve's Media. Take care.